Okay, guys, here we go. We turn the page from week 13 to week 14. But before we do that, let's take a look at week 13 in review. We thought we were going to have a monster week this week, and just a couple of plays turned us from 6-2 this week to 4-4. And you just can't believe after you got the Rams, you got the Lions, Frisco was easy, Green Bay on a Sunday night, and Denver was at the 4-yard line, and all Wilson has to do is score the touchdown, and that turns a loss into a win. And then also, I feel like the Steelers got a bad break. I know they got kind of shellacked in that game by a terrible Arizona team, but they had a 6-hour rain delay, it seems like, in a monsoon, and that could throw anybody off, especially a team that's really hurting to score points. But we're not going to dwell on that. The only thing we can do is go forward. And with some of these games that happened in week 13, some of these upsets, you've got especially in the AFC, you got teams that are 5-7, 6-6, 7-5. It's only week 14. You got 4 weeks left, and teams are within a game and a half, a game, or 2 games of going to the playoffs. And, this is what makes the NFL great, is that, any team can beat any other team on any given day. And what we need to do is we need to figure out who those teams are in these matchups. And this is what we try to do. On the other side of the ledger, the NFC, they've got 4 teams out there: Seattle, Minnesota, the Rams, Green Bay are all 6-6. Even Tampa and the Saints are 5-7. In my opinion, only Philly, Dallas, Detroit, and the AFC side, you got Kansas City, Baltimore, and Miami. These are the only teams that are really locked, probably, not 100% locked, but in my opinion, will make the playoffs. And it's going to be really fun down the stretch to figure this out. The marquee games this week, and I promise you, I'll have all the content for you for these matchups. You got Jacksonville, Cleveland, you got Buffalo and Kansas City. How fun is that with Josh Allen's, his back is to the wall at 6-6. There's very little room for error for Buffalo. And, in the NFC, the big game is Dallas-Philly. Is Philly on a slide? We'll see. These are things that are coming up in the next couple days. I will have the Thursday night game out tomorrow so that you can prepare. And we'll give you as much insight and content as we can. But week 14 is really going to be fun, because every single game, whether the teams are out of it or not, they're playing teams that have playoff implications, and every game means something. And the other thing is, people are coming close to their fantasy playoffs, and how fun is that? So anyway, let's get ready for a great week 14. I appreciate all the comments and all the likes and the shares. And all you got to do is go to Mark's Bets and subscribe and follow and share, and we appreciate everything. The content is my passion, and I try to be right, and I try to make these games respectably believable and logical, because that's how you get victories. Anyway, thank you for everything. On to week 14. And by the way, I'm Mark Gottlieb.